Like for me, I told you a lot. I don't do this in and out anymore. Like I'm what's best for the football club, innit? And I'm also not being emotionally attached to managers anymore. If it happens, it happens. I want the manager to do well, but I think now being over emotional about a manager anymore doesn't suit anyone's purpose. It generally doesn't. It is going to happen, but we have to look at the bigger picture. INEOS, everyone's focus should be on INEOS. It shouldn't be on the manager.
Really. What did you say?
Oh no! After Ten Hag, you have to learn, bro. Like that's why I'm so aggressive and anti with this coach. You have to learn and be quick.
You know what?
Because you see with Marcel, listen, I get onto Marcel, but I'm similar to him. I problem solve. And I assume the manager and the club are going to do the same problem solving that I have in my mind. At some point, you have to realize they won't.
Oh, that was Omar Barada's guy, though. Who does he go to?
They won't.
Omar Barada's guy. Can you imagine? He went all the way to Portugal and Lisbon and said, yo, now or never. Who does he go to?
And don't forget, Ashwood is the one that kept Ten Hag in, right?
No, he's not.
No, he didn't do it. I told you, I made a video about it. All of a sudden, everything that was wrong with Manchester United was all Ashworth. But do you think I'm buying that basic BS PR? And it's done by the clientele journalists telling us the BS.
So let's go with that. Even if you go with that, INEOS as a whole and Barada as the guy at the top, he still made some bad decisions.
Omar Barada, listen to what I'm saying to you now. If Jim the Rat, because Jim the Rat pulled the trigger, right, by the way, Jim's involved directly. He's pulling triggers, right? Yep. He's involved, even though he told you, I've got football people making those bullshit. Don't believe a word. If he pulls the trigger on Amorim, just know that Barada's days are numbered. Just know that. Barada's days are numbered. And I said that in a video when Ashworth went. I said that. Barada's days are numbered if he goes wrong with Amorim. Before even Amorim will set foot in Manchester. At the end of the day, do I believe in these clowns? No, I don't. Do I want them all out? Yes. Do I want to go relegated? Yes. If you said to me tomorrow, 2 seasons in the Championship, which is a tough league, by the way, one of the most competitive leagues in world football, right? Every 3 days you play a game, right? No time to effing coach, mate. You're playing a game every 3 days. I would take it to get rid of them anyway. And the maddest thing is that I'm out of the country when the protest is due. See, the 9th, when is it again? The protest, the 9th of March.
Shit, country.
Yeah, I'm out of the country. Yeah, I'm out of the country.
What are they protesting?
Well, they want a full sale. They're asking for a full sale.
What to INEOS?
They're full sale to INEOS, that's why they're demanding full sale. I said to them, what is
INEOS? That's crazy, though. You can't say full sale. You should say everyone out, really.
Your structure. I'm with you now, yeah? Do you know what's going to happen?
That don't make sense, that protest.
You know what's going to happen either way? When the Glazers go, we're going to be stuck with INEOS. And we're going to be even worse.
I know. It's a two evils, man.
I firmly believe that.
Yeah. I thought it was actually... No, hold on a minute. I thought it was an INEOS protest, though, Nuruddin.
No. Protest. From what I'm saying, they're asking for a full sale of the football club.
Like, you know what it is, Said?
And they're protesting the ticket price.
INEOS have never told you they want to buy the full club anyway. They've never made it.
They do. There's conditions there. But you know what it is, Said, yeah?
I don't know, man.
You have to look at the landscape of football. You see people who show you the incompetence INEOS show you. They don't get better. You do realize
that. No, of course you don't. He doubles down, mate. He doubles down and sacks people right, left, and centre.
They don't. People like this don't get better. It's a lie. They're not going to get better, Said. They're not going to get any better, bro. It's going to be just like this. They're not going to get no better.
Saying that, I looked at Nice the other day. Nice are third, 16 points behind Paris Saint-Germain.
They're third? Yeah.
Yeah, tell me when they're at the end of the season. Let me know.
Yeah, tell me when they're at the end of the season, man. Listen,
I've heard this before. Last time they were second, right?
The bottom line is there's not really a confidence that, like I said, Amorim is going to get any better and INEOS are going to do their job, man. So it's a bleak
Gary, let's talk about Gary. Let's talk about the working class hero, Gary.
I think INEOS. Ruben gets better. I do think Ruben gets better.
What I see right now, the results and the actual what's in front of me, the evidence, I can't see it. I generally, not just drastically. Does he get the time from the club? But in the short term, I don't see it.
Not ready
do you mean the progress within this season or beyond this season?
Yeah, within this season.
Show me, can't even do the basics, bro.
Yo, Saeed, nothing. Saeed, no one talks about it, because there are so many problems, and it's the most boring thing. Even the back three's not working, bro.
No, it's not.
I talked about it, Danny.
I don't think it's a
not
back three.
working.
I talked about the back five not working.
No, I don't buy into that. I don't buy into the back three, man. It's a more the fullback.
But it's not working, bro. It's not working.
Again, I don't buy into that, man.
You know, we're the slowest progressing team in the league in terms of moving the ball forward. Is it not 0.8? And Ruben used to be this. Ruben used to be the second slowest in Sporting, but he's now the slowest. Even Leicester and and you talk about sideways passing that people complain about Van Gaal. The sideways passing is worse now compared to Van Gaal, by the way. And
yeah, I agree.
Man, they wanted Van Gaal out. Like part of me, and maybe I am becoming a bit crazy and delusional. I feel like he's asking them to play slower, just so like he's probably put in his head, bro, I'm not going the team's not going anywhere. I'm just gonna teach them as slow as possible. Like,
no, it's not that fast.
I'm delusional, bro.
He wants to work the ball across the back four, then he wants the lines to be broken. But because he's so rigid, everybody's in the exact same positions all of the time. And in this league,
movement,
when you don't have a player advantage, even the weaker teams are going to catch you out tactically.
We don't overload shit. We don't do any overloads.
But when we're moving the football, stop looking at the ball and look ahead. Our players moving, they drop in the exact same positions all the time. It's predictable. It's very predictable. I said this when he came here. Once I saw his football, I'm like, we're going to have a man-for-man advantage over every team for this to work. That's not good.
That's right. You know what I noticed?
We need players who can isolate.
How much we actually
carry the ball and actually skip past people and isolate people. We don't have that.
But not just off the ball. You just notice how much ground Ahmad and Ugarte cover. Especially Ugarte, people don't notice until last game I didn't see him. We didn't see him, and I noticed how much ground and how much of a shift he puts in. Especially his reading of the game and his aggressiveness. When we don't have the ball, is a great addition to this team. It helps the midfield stay so much calmer.
Yes.
When you had Bruno and Casemiro, as good as some of the passes from Bruno were, and Spurs' high line caught us off guard and whatever, but again, you need someone with that energy in the midfield to cover the ground. But do you, though? Do you really need someone with energy? Or do you just need an additional player in the middle? Or do you just need the team shape to be a bit more compact instead of us stretching us so much and leaving so much gap?
Guys, this is how you know the manager's the problem. Can you imagine Ten Hag at Amorim playing with Gravenberch and McAllister in a double pivot?
No.
It's the tactics. I can't.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
How is he getting away with a double pivot of Gravenberch? Even though he's a bit like Pogba, just because he's tall and he's not actually an athlete.
Yeah, but I can get what you're trying to say. Yeah, the kind of movement. Yeah.
Imagine Ten Hag and Amorim with that double pivot.
Danny, I don't have much faith that the manager can turn it around. But what I will, and I won't give you no hopium. You know what I mean? What I will say is though, this manager deserves at least the ability to do that. But I also know that the club aren't going to give him that because of results. But I believe this manager deserves at least the transfer window in the summer to bring his players in and have a proper shot next season. I believe that deep down. But what I also believe is that if you don't get results, Danny, you ain't going to get that time.
No. Also, in hindsight stage,
if they keep him, this is against my will. I don't want them to do this. If they keep him in the summer, they can't sack him next season.
No, they can't.
Well, but they might do that. That's what
this is a very, very. This is another Mandem talk, bro. It's too late for this topic.
Don't listen to me. Go against my will. I'm just a fan. Don't listen to me.
You're right.
If they give him a summer, they can't sack. How you're gonna sack him in November? And
in hindsight, he should.
He shouldn't have. Quenda, if you look, Quenda is like he's a teenager. Amorim got to him early from the Sporting Academy, right? He's actually a midfielder. Yeah, but is he actually? If he was playing in a wing or in a 4-3-3. I don't know how good he would be. I don't know if he'd be on anybody's radar. I don't know. Maybe he would be. But my thing is, you sack him, what are you doing with Quenda?
And I know what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Is you have to make a decision now. If you make a decision in the summer, you have to make it before the season starts. You have to make it as early as you can so that the new manager comes in, doesn't have to say, you know what, I've got to play with these players.
But they stick with him no matter what happens, and they have to know they're prepared to do that. Or they sack him at the end of the season. Can
I say I do want to give him this little bit of grace and I'm fully with what Danny's saying. If you give him the summer, you have to keep him next window because it's just a shambles. Then it's a even more of a shambles if we sack him middle of the season next year. I think one thing is he's made space for prep in the summer. Yeah, he's made space with the likes of getting rid of players that really needed to go from Man United. The information that we have seen, nobody can tell me that they saw anything that Anthony could have done. You just can't. There was a little bit between Anthony and Ahmad, but it wasn't crazy, bro. It wasn't a madness. Not Anthony, not Malacia, not Rashford, not one of them gave us 50% of entertainment or 50% of football that Ahmad has shown. None of them. Not even what Ugarte has shown. Let's be deadly honest here. Call it as it is. Dogu's coming. We got to give him time to see how he does. If he's actually any good on the left-hand side. We got the right profile, but can the right profile deliver the right things when they're placed in the correct position? That's what I want to see. You can't tell me that this manager, needed to keep these players because of squad and da-da-da. You can't. You all sat here week in, week out calling for these players' heads. When these players get moved on, even if it was, for example, under Southgate or whoever, right? The players get moved on, but now you cry about the fact that, oh, we got injuries, we needed these players in here, blah, blah, blah. No, don't bite the bullet.
Yo, Faz.
He's had enough courage to say, yo, if I'm failing in the league, if I'm not going to go anywhere in the league, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go do a cup run with these players. But these guys, I'm not doing it.
Yo, Faz, I disagree with something you said. Ugarte, people are overrating him. We had a sample size in games where we come up against low blocks.
I think he can be useful. He can be useful.
Hold on. Against low blocks, he's useless.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Useless. And furthermore,
that's why you have to
how many good performances has Ahmad had in the 10 role?
Not many.
The 10 role.
Not many. Scored some goals.
Not many.
Performances.
There's been a few. But he's better. But he's also been attacking better from when he's been having space ahead of him.
I'm sorry. He's got, other than what? The Rangers game, someone said to me, he ain't had good performances in the 10 performances. No, bro, he's been suffering performance-wise in that 10 position. By the way, he's been carrying that injury most of the season. I'm listening to that nonsense about his foot getting stuck in the ground. Not going to fool me. He's been better at wing back, bro. But in the 10, that's why I'm saying, if Ahmad's future's in the 10 next season, yeah, that right wing back better be good because he ain't been playing well in that 10 position.